was it, 3 games. Honestly had probably 4 to 5 just bad plays this season, but I feel like those plays have kind of defined my play to a lot of people. So, I've just been trying to stay consistent in my play, stay consistent with my eyes and my feet, and my technique, and just get my hands on some balls. Feel like this past Notre Dame game was a really good example of the true player I am and how I really like to play football. Dante gave me one assignment going into the week, and he told me going into the game that I was going to be on number 4. He was their main guy, primarily played to the boundary, and that was my target. And that's the type of football I like to play. I'm a competitive dude. When I'm given an assignment, you tell me to go lock a dude up, I'm gonna do that, and I feel like I showed that. I just got to stay consistent with it.
When Dante took over as the head coach, he went away from you being the position coach. Has that been a hard adjustment for you?
It has, but at the same time, it hasn't been. I'd say it has been from a emotional support, I guess you could say, just because me and Dante have a relationship that goes far beyond football. So not being able to really have that dude that I could talk to about certain things just because he has a bigger role. I wouldn't even say it affects me, but that's really the only difference. Other than that, Dante's taught me a lot. So, I really trust Aaron, our GA. He does a really good job of, kind of regurgitating the information that Dante gives him. So, too much personal.
And then with accountability, has there been a different message that he's been trying to convey to you as well?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'd say accountability in all aspects of the game. From penalties to just staying in your gap, knowing your assignment, doing what you're told to do, and just kind of, I feel like that's also helped me in a way, just taking a lot of the mental pressure that I've kind of carried a lot of the past games. But yeah.
Have you found this season to be a little bit of a humbling season?
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, I'd say yeah, but at the end of the day, it's football. So, I've seen Jalen Ramsey get beat. I've seen Deion Sanders get beat. And like I said, I gave up 3 touchdowns this season. Probably, I think that'll make it 6 in my whole career here. So I'd say that's not too bad for a 3-year starter.
You mentioned just those couple of plays, the handful of plays that have been frustrating. Is that, obviously, like you said, some people have honed in on that, but do those stick with you? Is that something where for a while you had to kind of put those out of your mind too, or is that something where you felt like it really is just a couple plays?
I genuinely feel like it's just a few plays. I had two broken assignment plays and just bad eyes on another touchdown. I had an opportunity to make a play on that ball against Oregon State, and I didn't. But at the end of the day, the pass is the pass, and I kind of just, like I said, it's football. Everybody gets beat, especially at the position I play. So just having that next play mentality is huge for me. But like I said, I feel like a lot of people have let those few plays define my season here so far. So I just want to be able to get my hands on a few more balls to erase those plays.
I feel like you said on each of those plays, it's not like you got dusted or were there was a lot of separation. You've been in phase at the end of the play on most of those catches, and it's just been a matter of getting to the spot and getting the ball right in the last second or two.
Exactly.
And you obviously were able to do that against Notre Dame, breaking up the pass and picking one off. So do you feel like there was something specifically you were able to work on to improve that part of your game?
Definitely, man. We had 2 weeks to prepare for Notre Dame, so it kind of gave me an extra week to give an extra emphasis on just being mentally prepared for the most part, not really trying to force too much plays and everything. So I feel like that's definitely been my main focus point, just kind of just playing free and playing how I used to play, how I'm used to playing. Just not really thinking too much and just being a football player and letting the plays come.
Yeah, you seem to like that when the ball's coming in to kind of locate it without turning back for it and to break it up that way. Is that something that you've kind of tried to think about changing and trying to look for the ball, or are you confident in playing that way with reacting to the ball in the hands of the receiver?
I think there was only one play where I did that, but it kind of just depends on the position that I'm in. Notre Dame's a big back shoulder team. Their receivers like to use their hands a lot. They're really handsy, so the worst thing as a DB that you want to do is turn into a receiver who's really physical with their hands. That's how you end up giving up those big plays. So it really just depends on the situation, the receiver I'm going against. Obviously, if I'm on top of it and I can still turn into it and play both routes, play the deep ball on the back shoulder, that's ultimately the best position to be in. So, kind of just depends.
What's been your perspective, obviously different position, but how Corey Foreman's progressed through 7 games?
I think Corey's definitely getting to where he needs to be. He's been practicing a lot better, and I feel like, ultimately that's what it comes down to. The way you practice is going to translate to the game. And, Corey's been putting in a lot of work to get to where he's obviously at now. He's been making a few more plays. I could tell he's getting a lot more comfortable. So definitely excited about his progression, his growth. I feel like he's going to have I have a pretty good feeling about these next few games for him and a few of the other young dudes. And, he's going to be a monster for sure at kick and go.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.